Good morning, Roberters. Sorry to end that so abruptly. My brain is still. How are you guys doing this morning?
Roberta.
Sorry I'm so late coming on this morning. I was kind of debating on if I was even going to do this today. I was on the fence. And I'll explain a little bit why. But first, I want to say hello to you guys. Hi, Muscles. Lizzie Bones and Maple Syrup. Tracy. Thank you for being here, you guys. Thanks for coming in on this impromptu live. I didn't have this planned, and it's kind of, I don't know. I have some thoughts that I want to share with you guys. And I think that, everybody's probably thinking about these things and, talking about them maybe on other channels. I don't know. But it's a heavy day. And I think that we have to be mindful of that. But we also need to be reminded of why today is a heavy day. And it's not because of anything other than the fact that this little 5-year-old girl is missing and has been, and there's been shenanigans for a whole year. Shenanigans, secrets, cryptic messages. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So we're going to revisit some of the things from the past year that I find interesting that maybe we have forgotten about. Tracy V has been a member for 7 months. Thank you, Tracy V. You are amazing. You bring a lot of good commentary to the chat. So thank you for being here and good morning to you. Oh, man, my nerves are on edge, you guys. On edge. But we'll get through this live, right? Good morning, happy girl. Mama She, Angie B. I'm glad to see you guys all here. Damien, always good to see you, my man.
Thank you so much.
So let's start out with, I'm sure you guys all saw the Don Wells Family Official YouTube channel. How could you miss it? They had an event up for midnight last night. And the talk on the tubes was, oh my God, Don's going live? No, Don didn't go live. No, Don didn't go live, but the media manager had an event up at midnight. And I want to talk about that. Hi, Joel.
I don't know.
He doesn't know. He does not know.
The Invisibrat. Hello. Hello, Sarah Me, and hugs back to you, Kim Maple. We all have our hearts in this day. We all have our hearts in finding Summer and wanting her found. Where can I find this press conference? You guys are saying that there's a press conference that was just had, and I don't know where to find that. Can you guys let me know where that's at? And we can watch that. But in the meantime, I'm going to share the first thing I want to... Oops, wrong screen. The first thing that I want to share with you guys and revisit before we get into all that noise. Hi, Miss M. I want to say hi to all the locals, too. The locals to Hawkins County. I mean, it's heavy for me, and I'm not even there. So, hi, TNT Twister. True crime and other stuff. Hey. You think it's on WJHL, Mama She? WJHL. Okay. I guess we can maybe play it. Oh, Don Wells penned a letter? who's who in the Summer Wells case. What? Okay, hold on. Let me share my. What is all this? I didn't even see this, you guys. Good morning, Mystic. All right, let's take a look here. Don Wells pens letter 1 year since Summer went missing. This is 32 seconds.
Now, overnight, Summer's father, Don Wells, issued a statement regarding the 1 year mark of his daughter's disappearance. Wells issued the statement through the family's website and YouTube channel. He said in part, quote, "With so many thoughts of people harming you, and I know you want to come home, and there's nothing I can do. I'm powerless," end quote. Now, where Summer is and what exactly happened to her still remains a mystery this morning, 1 year later. Searches have continued throughout the year by local officials. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
I don't see anything on WJHL with Ronnie Lawson. I have this who's who in the Summer Wells case. Is that it?
And turning now to an Amber Alert that does remain active this morning, as today marks 1 year since Summer Wells disappeared from her Hawkins County home. News Channel 11 has been covering that case since law enforcement first began their search in the Beech Creek community 1 year ago today.
And our coverage not slowing down at all. News Channel 11 will have continuing team coverage all day of what's unfolded since then, including new interviews. But first, before we recount the day, Ansley Daniel walks us through who's who in the Summer Wells case.
Thank you, Monkey
No one
Biz.
has been charged in the disappearance of the now 6-year-old little girl. There haven't been any leads and no tangible evidence on her whereabouts. But there are several people involved in Summer's life and now this case that you should know about. First, we have Summer's parents, Don Wells and Candace Bly.
First, we have duct tape on the...
Together, they have 3 boys and Summer. Currently, Don is in jail for violating his probation stemming from a DUI charge. He's been on camera the most, but on the other hand, his wife hasn't been on camera much, just once with us and with Dr. Phil and a few times on YouTube. Last July, Child Protective Services removed Summer's older brothers from their home. According to Candace and law enforcement, they were the last to see the little girl. Their grandmother, Candace's mother, was also one of the last to see Summer, spending the entire day with her.
Thank you, Mama She.
This is Rose Bly. She's Summer's aunt and hasn't been seen since 2009 when she went missing from St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin. The Wells are Seventh-day Adventist and they attended a church in Kingsport. Outside of her family, Summer is best known by church members, her Sunday school teacher Robin Lane, and family friend David Dotson. After Summer had been missing for several weeks, prayer circles were organized by community members like Timmy Etherton, and some of them were even attended by her family. Also helping the family, a private investigator, Chris Colball with CNC Investigations. Along with that, there's also a media manager. His name is Tim Mullen. Both are local. These people, along with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, the TBI, and the FBI, and hundreds of searchers, all have the most vested interest in finding Summer. Here's the area of Hawkins County from where Summer went missing from. You'll notice that there is one main road that runs through the length of the entire county. There's also a river that does the same. And if it wasn't through the woods, it was went missing from. You'll notice that there is one area of Hawkins County from where Summer went missing.
So they didn't put a picture up of Mullen. That's interesting. They put a picture of Robin, Dotson, but not Mullen. Did I miss that?
You'll notice that there is one main road that runs through the length of the entire county. There's also a river that does the same. And if it wasn't through the woods, it was through these main roads from where she went missing that connects Beech Creek to anywhere. So how does a child just disappear from an area like this?
They don't.
Well, most think not by accident.
That was News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel with photojournalist
thank you, Ansley, for that that update. I want to share with you guys, I just went to the TBI's Twitter. We have a new Amber Alert issued 4 hours ago for a 6-year-old. For a 6-year-old. And we're going to go over that really quick here. Why are all these kids going missing? Let's find out what the circumstances are here, if we can. We have an Amber Alert issued for 6-year-old Ellie Russell McCarson, missing from Dixon County. There is no known clothing description, no known direction of travel at this time. How can there be an Amber Alert if they don't know when? This is messed up. If you see Eliana Russell McCarson, please call Dixon County Sheriff's Office at 615-446-8041. I'm going to retweet that. Oh, here we go. Now they have more down here. Ellie is 4'2", weighs 45 pounds, has blonde hair and hazel eyes. She's been found? Why haven't they updated it? Oh, thank God. We are always grateful for a quick resolution, they said. Thanks to all who got the word out. Let me retweet that. Thank God she was found, because we couldn't handle anything bad on this day. Okay, our team continues to work with other agencies to chase every lead we can. This morning we will update at 11 a.m. Media availability. What does that mean? Okay, here we go. This is the 16-minute long presser. Thank you guys for being here. If you could give a quick like, that would be amazing. Thank you. And let me get this up. Bigger. We are waiting for, I guess, Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson to come front and center. Or is it the TBI? We don't know yet. Let's fast forward. Oh, we're still waiting. Oh, we have someone in the background.
Officer.
Okay, we have Leslie Earhart. How sad is it that I know her name like off the top of my head? Some of you guys have seen this, so bear with me. I did not know this even existed till we went live.
Good morning, everyone.
They need to
I'm
share a
Leslie
timeline
Earhart,
finally.
Public Information Officer for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Before we get started, I want to stress that the investigation into the disappearance of Summer Wells is very much active and ongoing. Please understand, in order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we simply can't speak to specifics. We appreciate you being here today and your continuing coverage of this case. At approximately 6:30 p.m. on this day, 1 year ago, Summer Wells, who was 5 years old at the time, was reported missing from her home on Ben Hill Road in the Beech Creek community of Hawkins County. When we held the first media briefing on June 16th, honestly, we expected to have good news to report by the time the next media briefing came around. Unfortunately, instead, day after day ended in frustration and disappointment. At that time, no one expected that we would still be searching for Summer 1 year later. We've said from the beginning that this case is outside the norm. There are few clues as to what happened to Summer, despite investigators doing everything within their power to find answers. All possibilities are still being explored. Many of you have asked for details about what's been done over the last year. I can tell you agents and detectives have spent thousands of hours on this case. Numerous search warrants have been executed, cell phone data has been analyzed, and any other available digital evidence has been collected, searched, and documented. This includes the social media accounts of those associated with Summer. 3 large ground searches have taken place in the last year with the assistance of more than 100 local, state, and federal agencies. Those searches do not account for the numerous targeted searches done by agents and detectives as they were following up on potential leads. From TBI alone, more than 100 agents, intelligence analysts, and support staff from across the state have been involved in this case. TBI agents working alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI have conducted nearly 170 interviews during the investigation. That does not count the hundreds of phone calls made to follow up on tips reported to law enforcement. While investigators have been diligently working to find answers, they've had to deal with thousands of tips generated by false information that in some cases has been intentionally spread across social media platforms. We know that this case has attracted the attention of individuals across the country who genuinely care about summer and want nothing more but to help us find answers. We appreciate those people. However, we are also aware that there are some people using this case for their own personal gain by spreading false information on social media posts as facts. Some go as far as to solicit donations. This has had a major impact on the investigation and not in a good way. Moving forward, we ask the public not to submit tips as a result of a video they viewed on YouTube or a theory they've seen posted on Facebook. Please help us and only call if you have direct, specific information about the disappearance of Summer. This investigation weighs heavily on us all, and I can promise you that no one wants answers more than we do, and we are not going to stop until we find them. I'm going to turn it over to Sheriff Ronnie Lawson.
Good morning. As Leslie mentioned, we didn't expect this case to be going on a year later. It's heartbreaking to me and my officers and the entire community. We've never stopped looking for Summer. We will continue to do so. There's never been a case in the history of Hawkins County Sheriff's Office that had officers working 365 days and had so many hours spent as we had in this investigation. Also, this office has never utilized so many different local, state, and federal agencies from across the state. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the Federal Bureau of Investigation assists us in every step of this investigation. As you heard Leslie say, thousands of hours have been invested in finding Summer, thousands of them. 170 interviews have been done. Many of these individuals have spoken to more than one time. While we haven't said a lot about the details about the investigative actions that's taken place, please know that we've never stopped. I deeply appreciate the many rescue squads, the MAs, and the volunteer fire departments for their help. And the support from the citizens and the communities of this county is just unbelievable and overwhelming with the encouragement we get with the food during the searches we've done, and all the law enforcement officers and agencies throughout the state of Tennessee. It's just been phenomenal how everybody pitched in and helped us with these searches and with this investigation. And many of you have asked why that we didn't recruit private citizens to assist in these searches. With the extreme dangerous terrain that we were experiencing in searches, we were able to monitor each group and movement in their location.
They could barely monitor them because of lack
That
of
way we
radio
knew that
service.
everybody came back to the command post safely. After the initial searches, then we had to go back and obtain the landowner's permission to search again. We could not allow or even grant permission for private individuals on these people's property. And while I can promise you that we will continue to conduct target searches in the Beach Creek area as new information is developed, we'll also continue to follow up on any legitimate leads. And it's been the goal of this team since day one to find Summer. We've never stopped, we've never slowed down, we deal with it every day. And that's the whole purpose of this, to let you all know, despite what you hear, what you see, we haven't stopped. The men and women of these agencies have worked tireless, hours and hours and hours, and I commend every one of them for the job they've done, and we're going to continue till we find Summer.
Now, as I mentioned, we can't speak to specifics, but we will take a few questions.
A few months ago, you guys said that the parents were not cooperating anymore. Has there been any changes in that, especially as Don Wells is incarcerated in the facility?
We're not going to characterize cooperation at this time. Honestly, doing so does nothing but create more speculation, and it doesn't benefit the investigation, but thank you for asking.
What was the question? I didn't hear it. Hold on.
Well, I can tell you that
Let me go
law
back.
enforcement did not coordinate that reward, so you would need to reach out to the Churchill.
Oh boy. This is getting messy.
Every one of them for
Can't speak to specifics, but we will take a few questions.
A few months ago, you guys said that the parents were not cooperating anymore. Has there been any changes in that, especially as Don Wells is incarcerated in the facility?
We're not going to characterize cooperation at this time. Honestly, doing so does nothing but create more speculation, and it doesn't benefit the investigation, but thank you for asking.
Is there still a reward being offered if information is from the staff?
Well, I can tell you that law enforcement did not coordinate that reward, so you would need to reach out to the Churchill Rescue Squad for information in that aspect.
Are the boys still in D.C. custody?
That's not something we can speak to.
What can you speak to?
Last year, you guys pushed out some information about the red stuff. I know that this is on here, but a few weeks ago, talk about it with you guys. Is that something you're looking for? Do you still feel to make this or is that over and
I'm going to call on TBI Special Agent in Charge Derek Newport just to talk about that.
Derek Newport. I was wondering who he was.
I would tell you yes, just to eliminate. We still don't have a good timeline of when that was observed.
Okay, hold on.
People
Let
in
me go
frequent
back because I
areas
didn't hear the
on a regular
question.
basis.
Let's go back to the question.
Well, I can tell you that.
are the boys still in D.C. custody?
That's not something we can speak to.
We do know that last year, you guys pushed out some information about the red stuff. I know that this is on here.
The red truck.
Talk about it with you guys. Is that something you're looking for? Do you still feel to make this or is that?
Are you still looking for the red truck? She says. She asked.
I'm going to call on TBI Special Agent in Charge Derek Newport just to talk about
Yeah, come on, Derek.
that.
Let's talk about the truck.
I would tell you yes, just to eliminate. We still don't have a good timeline of when that was observed. People at frequent areas on a regular basis.
Who was it observed by?
Get their date can get days mixed up. We still want to figure out who, if possible, and if that's even a legitimate lead. You know, so as she said earlier, we've followed a lot of dead leads that didn't
I
produce
can't.
anything. So that obviously is still something we want to put to bed, but it's not. We still can't pinpoint a date and an exact location of that truck.
Anybody else?
I have a question. I wish I was there.
So that Summer was last seen walking away from her home. That was one of the initial reports that night. And then things kind of changed the following day. Is there any evidence that she walked away from home or any evidence any sort of abduction or do we have any evidence of anything like that?
Okay, so she asked, is there evidence of an abduction? Is there evidence that she walked away? Look at Leslie's face. Fuck, what is her face saying right there, you guys?
We don't have anything specific, and I think what's important to note there is that the sheriff mentioned that how many hours we've put into this investigation and how much time has been spent exploring every possibility: walk-off, abduction, other foul means. And I think that's the thing to keep in mind is it's still really wide open as to the what. So stay away from developing theories and just follow facts.
You mentioned that you're continuing to look at this case. Are there more searches planned as we're approaching the summer months?
No specific plan. However, if we get specific information about a specific location, building, what have you, we will coordinate with each other to go take a look at that location. What made it hard back in the summer is obviously the foliage. That's why you saw the two searches that were when the leaves were on the ground, so that we could use air assets and that you could actually see more of what's on the ground at the time. People say, well, leaves to cover things up. Well, you get to moving things around enough, you'll see what you're looking for.
In the past, you said that there's no evidence that there was an abduction. Is that still stands?
It still stands.
Still stands.
Do the facts point towards one theory more than another?
No, they do not. Not at this point.
What was that last question?
Thank you guys for being here. I just want to point out one more thing. Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here.
If we get specific information about a specific location, building, what have you, we will coordinate
Hey,
with
Cher.
each other to go take a look at that location. What made it hard back in the summer is obviously the foliage. That's why you saw the 2 searches that were when the leaves were on the ground, so that we could use air assets and that you could actually see more of what's on the ground at the time.
He looks at her for reassurance. What the?
Well, you get moving things around enough, you'll see what you're looking for.
In the past, you said that there's no evidence that there was an abduction. Does that still stand?
It still stands.
Still stands.
Do the facts point towards one theory more than another?
No, they do not. Not at this point.
The theory of an abduction
Thank
still
you guys for being
stand.
here. I just want to point out one more thing. This case is not cold. We get asked that a lot. It's not. We're talking to the sheriff constantly. We all work together as one team, and we're determined to find answers. Thank you for coming.
Candace should have been standing her fat ass right next to them,
Media briefing came around.
pleading for her daughter's return. What the hell is going on here? Okay, I want to see what
been
Ronnie
involved-
does with his folder. Someone
been-
said, why does he have a red file folder?
Ours.
I think he has his notes in there because he opens it up. See?
Well, I can.
He had to have his notes handy because it's been a year. He can't really recap what he's done in a year, right? He had to have notes. I'm not trying to be negative because I support law enforcement in this effort. I do.
Continue.
And
Find something.
I know you guys are angry because they're saying do not, listen to videos and don't report tips from videos. You guys might crucify me for this, but I agree. I think there's been so much misinformation on YouTube. It's sickening. And I think you're seeing complete frustration from authorities. To be honest with you, that's my thoughts. I don't think these people are disinterested. I don't think these people don't want to find this missing girl. I think they do. I really do. I can't lose faith in law enforcement. I can't. And I won't. Because if we don't have law enforcement looking for her, who do we have? Who do we have? YouTubers? They're not going to find her. But the people on YouTube don't know shit. They don't know where she is. They just want clicks and views. You have to be careful. And now law enforcement and the TBI, no less, is inundated with bullshit. They're not going to come on here and say that, though. They're not going to come on and say this if it's not true. If they thought there was true videos on YouTube, they would be going off those videos. It's been a year. It's been a year of this nonsense on YouTube, of live after live and panel after panel. And I see lip locked here, and I want to say lip locked, zip locked. I think you guys handled your first Taco Tuesday with grace and just total disrespect. And not disrespect, I said just respect. I don't want that to get misconstrued. I have a lot of respect for you, lip locked. I just wanted to say that. But I think, we have to be realistic here. We're all downing the very people who have the power to find her, who have the resources to find her. Someone who's talking about rumors of footprints and shit like that. That's gonna, can you imagine how many tips they got just from these bare footprints alone? Don't you think that if there was bare footprints, they would know? I just find YouTube to be a disgusting community when it comes to this case. And I agree with law enforcement. Stop inundating them with shitty tips. Let them do their jobs. We've never let them do their jobs from day one. From day one, this has been inundated with crap. We've got this Tim Mullen character hovering over Candace from day one. We have A.F. Pennington with rare photos of Summer from day one. So everyone's been, and they've been all secretive, right? So it gets everyone on YouTube like in their conspiracy mode. Summer deserves better than conspiracies. And I understand everyone's emotions are high. Lip-locked, I have nothing but respect for you. I know you want Summer found. I know you do. I know all of you do. But we can't down law enforcement. We can't. And I'm Mr. Cher's biggest fan. Look, I'm representing the beard today. The beard, the beard, the beard. The beard of reason. I should go get my fake beard and be the beard of reason today. What I would have liked to hear from them, though, today, my question, if I was sitting in that room, I would have said, okay, Leslie, fair enough. You don't want the public to turn in tips from YouTube. Leslie, can you give us examples of the tips you've gotten that have, distracted your efforts? Can you give us examples? That's what I want to know. I want the TBI to put these lies on blast. Tell us what's wrong. Tell the public what not to do exactly. And I think that they know. That this case isn't going to go away. That the YouTube people are not going to stop. What cup? What are you talking about? Oh, it's Prairie Boy. Oh, my coffee cup? I think the lack of transparency from law enforcement, for good reason, I get why they have to be quiet, but also the lack of transparency from the Wells media manager is the greatest mystery, right? You have this man who steps in from day one, hovers over the mother of the missing child, is the media manager, but is never straightforward. He's never public. He never talks about what his intentions are. He leaves little cryptic clues in his videos. He talks cryptically, and it's wrong. It's wrong. He's exploiting Summer Wells. You don't become a manager for a family of a missing child and be cryptic. And he's the one that's put out all the conspiracies. He's the one that made everybody question everything. And he loves every second of it. He loves it. He loves watching the outcome. He really does. And Tim, stop singing. Stop singing. Good Lord Almighty. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, let's get to our first video. For those of you that want to watch this, this is on the TBI's Facebook. 1 hour ago. Let's watch our first clip here. Oh my gosh, I just cannot with these people. And the most transparency that Tim Mullen has ever offered has been a cryptic Facebook page where he says he's going to answer questions, but he doesn't. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So here we go. Here is the Don Wells family official. They had an event set up last night for midnight, right at the stroke of midnight when Summer went missing of the day. Well, first in the day, they released, let's see, what did they do? Oh, Robin's song, which we went over yesterday. And then we have this. then we have this. Why didn't my screen change? We have this. Okay. What is this? So he wants to make legislature for recording families and playing their videos and their recordings, right? To keep them off of YouTube or whatever he's saying. And I know this is Mullen because you can tell by the verbiage. He's not very, he can't hide very well behind his verbiage. Right, Potato? What is he doing? He wants the Summer Wells Act of Privacy for Amber Alert victims and families. How about we have the Summer Wells Act of Privacy from fake media managers and their cohorts? How about that? And he brings up the Patriot Act. The fucking Patriot Act is federal. It's a federal act, Tim Mullins. Why are you even mentioning something to a Tennessee legislature about something that's a federal act? Bullshit. It's bullshit. It's to make you think that he's doing something good and he's not. Fluff. Bullshit. Then we get to this. And they're probably going to strike me for this, but let's let them. I don't care. I first heard your name on the 17th of June. How? How did you get to know Tim so well? AF? You've been a part of my life since that day, and although we have never met, you hold a piece of my heart, and I hope, beyond hope, that you are safe and well. Isn't this the chick I supposedly gave a stroke to when I called her out last time? And she had to leave YouTube? Bullshit. Bullshit. She hasn't been a part of your life. You don't even know Summer Wells. But she has all these exclusive photos. Y'all, look at this. Pictures we've never seen. Where did she get them? Could it be Don's phone? I don't know. And why are the PIs working with Tim Mullen? Why would you position yourself with someone who's doing these kind of games? Why?
Creep town, dude.
Yeah, I supposedly gave this woman a stroke. Remember that? Jay was the big bad person. Oh, she had a stroke last night because of all the hate. No, I'm sorry. You insert yourself in a weird, cryptic way, and then you cry when people question it? I didn't say anything bad about that woman. All I did was question why she's inserted herself the way she has. Apparently, you can't ask any questions either. And the reason I think these are from Don's phone is because of the next video that's put out there. And you know what? I'm scared to even unmute these videos because they're so creepy. Well, I guess this one is kind of mild compared to her creepy shit she's done before. But look, that is totally a picture that Don Wells would save right here. It's his glasses. She's got his shades on, and it looks like, are those his shades or are those like dental things? It looks like she's at the dentist, you guys. Where did AF Pennington get a picture of Summer at the dentist? Who took Summer to the dentist? Who took Summer to the dentist? Yikes, Streamlabs. We know that Candace doesn't go to the fucking dentist, so who took her to the dentist and took a picture? Robin is a dental hygienist? Really? Interesting. And she's got them all cut out like paper dolls. Like, remember paper dolls or whatever they're called? Weird. Yeah, they're cut out, Cheryl, because she's doing some kind of weird, like 3D. Some weird 3D effect or some shit. Okay, there's enough of that. And then this one here, this really takes the cake. All right, let's pause this right here. And let's read. An expression of how Don Wells is currently thinking about that traumatic day of June 15th, 2021. Included statement from Don Wells. Original song by Robin Lane. Edited version of song Tim Mullen. Don Wells participated in the elements of this video. The elements of the video. What elements would that be? Yeah, if you get a cartoon of yourself by her, you've made it into the gang. The gang has cartoony AF images. You're right. You're right. No, it is White Rabbit. White Rabbit is AF as well, from what I gather. But yeah, there's the elements that Donald contributed to.
I cannot sleep with your smile in my mind. Those little arms holding my neck so tight. Dance, my child, to this new tune of yours.
This is Tim Mullen. I gotta take these headphones off. Whoa!
Life.
Oh yeah, there is two. There's the White Rabbit and there's White Rabbit. I think White Rabbit is her.
And while we wait for you to come home tonight. Please, dear Lord, you're a good God. Jesus, Father God, Lord. All these children in these depths below, reveal, redeem, rescue, restore, reunite, all in your time. Open our ears, open our eyes.
off my property.
Shows 1,000 more. Bring them home, Lord. Safe in our arms. Safe in your arms.
You guys need to know what is going on here. Get through it. It's not that long.
I can sleep knowing you're on your throne. Knowing you care and we are not alone. Please hold us tight and hold our children to comfort our hearts. Speak to our souls as we await tonight.
A heartbeat? What the fuck? Wow, that's fucking weird. Ooh, did you see that picture put in there? Look at this. That is rumored to be the last picture of Summer with Don. Is Cher still here? I want to say this picture was said to be Don saying goodbye. Did we not hear that? Hang on, let me go back. Okay. If Cher is still here, I think this is the goodbye picture. He looks a wreck. He looks like he's been crying. Yeah, an EKG. Why would you put that in there? Like, who thinks that that's appropriate? Judy, roll me one, please. That's fucked up. Excuse my language today, man, but I'm telling you, these guys have done shenanigans like this for a year. Enough is enough. And then you hear a like a tick-tock. Oh, I didn't watch all of this. I couldn't get past the song. Okay. Look at this. The following is a statement from Donald Wesley Wells, June 15th, 2022. 1 year anniversary of when the Wells daughter went missing. He's really chronicling this for the future, isn't it? For future views. But when Leslie Earhart says don't go off videos on YouTube, remember, Tim Mullen has the official YouTube of the family. So keep that in mind. When they say YouTube, they may not be talking about me or Cher or any of the other creators that have followed this case. They may be talking about this clown. Song and permission by Robin Lane. Edited version, Tim Mullen. Does he want to be like a... Oh my God. I cannot. Okay. First of all. I don't believe for 1 second that Donald Wells penned this letter with his own hand. You think Donald Wells writes this neat but can't spell? I guarantee you this is Tim Mullen's handwriting. And look at the misspells of all the words. Games. TBI said anyone who made money off Summer was being like, yeah, straight up. They straight up said, YouTube specifically. I just don't think you're going to get YouTube famous by being cryptic about a 5-year-old missing little girl. If that's the way that you guys are trying to get YouTube famous, you might want to find another way. Because it's not only gross and disgusting, it ain't going to work because your videos are weird. Your videos creep people out. And look at YouTube, U-Tube. Since you've been gone, I've been completely devastated. I looked everywhere for you, my beautiful girl. I thought YouTube would be the most powerful tool to help find you, and perhaps it still could be, but at a price. We may not be able to afford. Our family may not survive. I'm sorry, my beautiful girl, that I completely lost my mind with so many thoughts of people looking for you. Hold on. People looking for you. Or people harming you. And wait, hang on. With so many thoughts of people harming you, and I know you want it. I know you want to come home, and there's nothing I can do. Yeah, Don Wells uses colons. Don Wells took a grammar class in jail, you guys. Now he uses colons. This is fake news. Fake news. Don Wells doesn't use grammar and punctuation. So I asked God, please look over my precious daughter. We love her so much. We wish, God, you will return her to us as well as the boys. I would be so happy to be a family again. Dude, you're sitting in solitary. Please bow for the Lord's Prayer. What? Oh my God. Look at how far Tim Mullen went. Witch. W-I-C-H. Unreal. Oh, I wanted to see the very bottom, but I can't see it very well. Tim, Don's signature almost looks like it was copied or some shit. Let's see. Night Stalker, thanks for becoming a reverter. What is wrong with these people, Night Stalker? I don't know. I wish I knew, but they're fucked up, and you guys need to be very careful where you're getting your info and what you're turning over to the TBI. I think we really need to heed that warning. I think it's important. I think it's important to trust law enforcement. I think it's important to not lose faith in law enforcement. And I am not going to fall prey to these people's bullshit. And I'm not going to bash law enforcement. And I'm not going to bash what they're saying because they're right. Stop. Don Wells didn't write this. The media manager wrote this, and I use that term loosely. Oh, boy. Thank you, Daisies Forever, for subscribing. All right, let me show you guys a couple things. I think this guy wants a music deal. His shit is on Alexa. Look. He's Alexa ranked 13 million. He's 13 million up on the Alexa charts. Tim Mullen, you came in 13 million on the Alexa charts. Yeah, I've gone over this dude a lot. Killer looks, a lot. I've got lots of videos you guys can check out, but I just wanted to show you guys this. The owner redacted for privacy, although it says Tim Mullen music appear. Music for the bride. Music and singing. God bless you richly in Jesus Christ, Tim Mullen, Jesus Christ and his bride. Keywords. Singing, music, Tim Mullen, Timothy Mullen. She is bone of my bone. Someday beyond the reach of mortal. What?
Creep Town, dude.
Dude, he's got a whole album. You want to see his album? Just Google Tim Mullen. Google Tim Mullen music. The dude wants a record deal. Maybe Benny Keys can produce him. Shuri, thank you. You could talk about the weather and us reporters would follow. I just love you to pieces. I love you too, Shuri. Okay, here is Tim Mullen's record album cover. My boat. Yeah, what? What? Okay, Tim Mullen.
JD, we have to stand down.
JB, stand down. Stand down. We got fuel. Ernie Shell comes in hot with facts. Facts. Ernie Shell, have you met this dude? I hear you're in Tennessee. Meet up with him. Do an interview with him. Have him sing you a song. You guys want to start with a Tim Mullen song? I don't know if that's a real Ernie or not. Who knows? Is there even a real Ernie? Here you go. Here's a track by Tim Mullen called Infidel. And if you've watched me over this last year, you've seen and heard this song.
But said, you know, I'm supposed to be an infidel. I said, that's not much to brag about, is it, sir?
Come on, should we do karaoke to this?
On the side of an autumn lit field lived the infidel. Life seemed good, had gone quite well. Lived the infidel. I am free, I am free, I am free.
Maybe that's a sign.
Parson came, didn't look too clean. Met the infidel. Only one preacher I'd like to see. Spoke the infidel.
I am yonder,
Sickest
I've known.
Heard a ruckus one night, figured she'd gone on. Pitiful creature, took what the preacher had said. In one afternoon, she was nude and up out of bed.
Special featuring David Dotson on the flute. He wants to be a videographer. He wants a music deal. I would love to see him and Benny collab. Tim Mullen featuring Benny Keys. Lauren. Woo! How many of you would buy this CD? Okay, let's see. He's got tons of songs. He's got Chicken Hearted Preacher. Oh, yeah.
There's a true story of a man who had no delight with our Lord Jesus. He had hell inside.
Yeah, they're loud and beefy. Okay, here. He can't get warm. Tim Mullen.
You can't get warm by a painted fire. Like some of these churches trying to paint Pentecost.
No, I was kidding. That's not Dotson.
Or 2,000 years ago, you can't get warm by a painted fire. A Pentecost is just as real today as it was then.
There's nothing simple
The
in this
fire's
case.
still falling. It ain't a painted fire, it's a real fire.
In the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.
You can't get warm by a painted fire.
Ooh, you can't get warm by a painted fire, you guys. Painted fires do not release heat. Memphis Dust.
What's the matter, son?
Bye, Melissa Myers. You can see your way out the door, babe.
I know, son.
See your way
tell you
out
what
the
I
door,
do.
babe.
When the day's going bad, I like to testify.
I like to testify.
I live my life like a free man. Did exactly what I did choose. Thought I was too big for destruction. Didn't want to follow mama's rules. But suddenly I got the devil's disease.
Yikes.
I got my wages for doing what I please.
The fuck
It's
is he
getting
talking about?
dark, mama. Ooh, it's getting dark, mama.
Okay, I will cut his mic. Yikes. Okay, if you guys want to check that out, it is under inspiredmusic.us/tim-mullen.html. Here, I'll even give you guys a link if you want to go listen. All is fair here. I will share my sources. I will gladly share my sources with you guys. Someone come in here. I thought this was going to be a tribute to Summer. Kind of like the mockery of the main channel for Summer. No, I'm not playing them anymore. So, yeah, Tim Mullins, congratulations on 12 million making it, or wait, sorry. Congratulations, Tim Mullen, for making it to 13 million on the Alexa charts. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, moving forward, we're done with him. We are done with him because he is nothing but a distraction. And he is confusing people. He's being cryptic. And cryptic does not work when you have a missing child. Okay? Cryptic doesn't work. What works when you have a missing child is transparency. Sip it on fire. Well, I just had to be fair and share my my sources. You know, that's the right thing to do. Kiri, oh, She said, the way you handle sensitive things like the day Brian Laundrie was found, you help me get through the tough days with your smile and laughs. I appreciate it. I love you, Kiri, and I'm glad that I can help you. I love hearing things like that because I don't feel like I help anyone, but I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like I'm honoring Summer by calling out the bullshit that people are surrounding her with. Batgirl, you're speaking in tongues and brainwashed. I feel better. I feel better because I think that I've been holding this in, man. And to see this shenanigans, then put out 3 videos in a 8-hour period.
The devil is dancing tonight.
Okay, let's move on to the next thing I was going to cover. And if you guys think that I am doing a disservice to Summer by calling out the bullshit people that have surrounded themselves with her name, this probably isn't the channel for you. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to please people. I'm here to talk about the truth and spread awareness that this little girl's missing and all the bullshit surrounding her and them, you know, sending some kind of a message out. All these creators sending messages out that law enforcement's a joke and they're not doing anything. F that, man. I will not give up on law enforcement. You won't find that here. No way, shape, or form will I give up on law enforcement because they are our only hope. They are our only hope. If you're going to put this in the hands of Tim Mullen and the rest of the clowns, we'll never find her. She'll never be found. If you think about it. Okay, let's listen to this clip. I have a couple clips I want to play just to kind of give you guys little reminders of the things that have happened over the past year. And when you read Don's quote unquote supposed letter that he wrote and used semicolons, if you believe that Donald Wells is now using semicolons, let's take a look back to, I don't remember the exact date of this video, but let's take a look back at when Donald was asked by Chris M. about his daughter. Let's listen back to what Donald Wells said.
She's a beautiful little girl, just so full of life and so full of love, just the way that we knew her. And that's pretty awesome that the world loves her that way too. That's really cool.
I look like I'm on panel.
Because the world sees her like we see her.
Hey, Doug.
And I think that's awesome in itself.
Tell us about her. Tell us about Summer.
She's beautiful. Beautiful spirit. Fun, loving, forgiving. I remember one time I took her to a job site and it was actually a really nice log cabin home, and I wasn't thinking about the railing not being completely finished outside, you know, and she run outside. My wife brought lunch out there and stuff like that, you know, and we was eating and she run outside.
He's worried that he forgot about a railing at the job site, but meanwhile, at home, he's got like treacherous damn whatever you want to call those stairs, or are they stairs?
And she turned around and there wasn't no railing there to catch her. And so she fell off about the third or fourth step and hit the ground. And she was crying. She says, "Daddy, why didn't you save me?" I said, "I'm sorry, Summer. I'm sorry. I didn't know." And she says, "That's okay, Daddy." That's what kind of spirit she is.
Hey, okay.
Guys, what? This guy's daughter's missing without a trace, and this is the story he tells. This is the story he tells. Watch Doug, the lab, and Chris M's faces as he tells that story again. Watch their reactions. Look at Vet Girl. Is the PR guy there? This is a big fail. Oh, shoot. Watch the three faces as Donald tells this story again. They all want to say this, I think. I think they all want to say this out loud. Hang on.
You know, Don's full of shit.
And it was actually a really nice log cabin home. And I wasn't thinking about the railing not being completely finished outside, you know, and she run outside. My wife brought lunch out there and stuff like that, you know, and we was eating, and she run outside and she turned around and there wasn't no railing there to catch her. And so she fell off about the third or fourth step and hit the ground. And she was crying. She says, "Daddy, why didn't you save me?" I said, "I'm sorry, Summer. I'm sorry. I didn't know." And she says, "That's okay, Daddy." That's what kind of spirit she is.
Look at those guys. They're like, "Oh, okay."
God almighty.
All right, I've got one more clip that I wanted to play. As Eagle 8 soars over my house. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but let's take a little visit back to Mr. Dotson. And this is kind of an interview that I don't think was really put out there like heavily. I don't know if I've seen this one out there a lot. Hang on. Let's adjust this. Let's get this all set up, Mr. Dotson. All right, here we go. Revisiting Mr. David Dotson.
We just visited with the Wells family, and understandably they did not want to go on camera, but could you just recap what they're going through and what they told us?
Yes, ma'am. The Wells family, obviously they're just very distressed. They just want Summer home. We had a nice time of prayer, and they just want to really thank everyone for their diligent efforts. They know the search and rescue is just a tremendous challenge, and they're so thankful for everyone. They're thankful for the media, the law enforcement. They're thankful for everyone who is just working so hard to bring Summer home. And like I said,
Angie girl,
we just want Summer home. We just looking forward to seeing her smile again and just rejoicing. And we just want to thank everyone for their prayers. And we just thank you, and we ask you for your continued prayers.
So either this guy has been put in a very uncomfortable situation by being thrown into this by simply just being a member of the church. And I'm not so quick to go against this guy. But Angie girl, you crack me up. Angie girl says, "I play the flute at night under the moonlight and play a song for Summer." She knew his quote. She knew his quote. Thank you, Patricia, for your super chat. I don't think I saw that before. Thank you so much. Has anyone heard SW speak yet, like ever? I don't think that Summer could speak very well. Let's talk about this. Hang on. Let me send this video to myself. I got a couple things to send to myself that I want to show you guys. Just give me a second here, you guys. Let's take a little intermission here. There's a couple things I saved on my phone, so give me 1 second. Okay. They are sending. Yeah, I've got the video of her making those sounds, so we're going to listen to that. Again, AF Pennington with the exclusive sound bites of summer that no one else has, right? Allie played videos for me. Chris, what do you mean? Allie? Like Candace's friend Allie? All right, this is from the Don Wells Family Official. This is a clip. Okay, ready? Oh shit, that's loud. Okay, hold on. You guys prepare, be prepared. That's it. That's all that you can hear her say is make noises. Why is there nothing of her talking? I couldn't hear her talk good in the lightning video. I couldn't hear that video well. Well, that's what Pennington uses in her video as sounds of summer. Those are the sounds of summer, according to AF Pennington. Why wouldn't they put something out there that makes her seem like she could speak normal? Why do they want to include this? I just don't know why they wouldn't include that in a tribute video to her of her sweet little voice. I mean, I have so many things. I didn't even have like a smartphone when my kids were little, and I have videos of them talking. It's just weird. What up, John Davis? Whoops. All right, I've got a picture I want to share with you guys. I just feel like, not that one. I just feel like this stuff, you guys are thinking about it. We need to talk about it. This is a scene from AF Pennington's video. Why? Why? I know that's not her on her swing, but why wouldn't they use any videos of her talking at all? This has been a year, you guys. We're talking a year. And if my daughter went missing, I would not talk about a time when she fell down the steps at my work site. I'm sorry, lip locked. But can someone explain this picture? The Wells shed in the background. Why is the shed in the background? Why the cat? And why this scene? If I made a video tributing Summer, this is not something that I would think to include. Whose cat is that? Is that even Summer's cat? I don't know. Yeah, it's creepy. It gives you creepy vibes, and there should never be creepy vibes when it comes to a 5-year-old girl. I don't think it's a cute pic at all. I think it's creepy. I think that there's a lot of speculation surrounding their shed, and I don't think it's cool to throw the shed in the background with a cat preying on a unicorn on Summer's swing. I mean, this is like Summer's deceased to me. Is this Summer's cat? That's what I'm asking. Is this her cat? Curiosity killed the cat? Oh, lip locked. I love you so much. Yeah, Jackie Blue says you're saying what many of us are thinking. And I think that this cryptic shit needs to stop. And this is why the TBI doesn't want to hear from us. This is one of the reasons that TBI doesn't want to hear from us. Because shit like this is put out. We all know that there's speculation that either there was something going on in the shed, something was put in the shed, or there was a reason that Candace did not want Chris M near that shed. And then she throws the shed in a tribute video? No, it's not cute. It's not cute at all. All it does is lead to more speculation. So stop. Just stop. You're not cute or funny. None of this is cute or funny to leave people wondering and being cryptic. Cryptic and missing children don't mix. They don't mix. Thank you guys for hearing me out. Allison is not a cold case, according to Leslie Earhart from the TBI. Ooh, and the door is open. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, and the door is propped open. It's just weird, you guys. It's just, this kind of shit just doesn't belong in a missing children's case. Can we at least agree to that? Can we at least agree to that? Yes, Kiri. And let's speculate there was an accident or death. Cryptic shit is just to keep us all crawling over each other for information, and all along they know and keep us watching. Absolutely. And they love watching, you guys, the outcome of this. They love watching you guys scramble over each other. Stop. Let's stop. And let's talk about 3 vigils in one day? You mean to tell me that all these people can't be fucking adults and come together for one vigil for this little girl? What kind of message does that send? We have to have 3 vigils because a bunch of YouTuber adults can't act like adults. This is why they don't want to listen to us. This is exactly why the TBI thinks we're jokes. And I'm sick of it because my channel is not a joke. And I don't want to be lumped in with these motherfuckers anymore. It makes me sick. Day after day, live after live. Oh, let's talk to this person who was there. Let's talk to that person. Oh, this person died. Oh, this person. Oh, you guys should feel guilty because this guy's dead. Come on. Grow up. If you guys can't all go to Warriors and have one vigil, go home. Go home. Why are you even there? This is why we look like a joke. Because people are going to drive there and go to 3 different fucking vigils for a 5-year-old because they can't get along. Invite only? Bullshit. Bullshit. It's at a public place. No one can turn anyone away. Robin doesn't own Warriors. Robin doesn't own the horse pond. Anyone can go there. Grow up and fucking all be adults. Set an example. Set an example for what YouTube is about. We are not about this. I'm not. I think it's disgusting. Either ban all the fucking vigils or go to one. Don Wells isn't trying to get anything passed, Susan. That would be Tim Mullen. This isn't about summer. None of this is about summer. None of these things are about summer. Don't let them fool you. This is about live streams and clicks and views. If you go to Tennessee and you're not going to the vigil and acting like an adult, you shouldn't be there. And there's no private invite. Bullshit. I think everyone should go to the same vigil and be adults. Yeah, exactly, Potato. They care more about themselves than holding a vigil for a missing child. We can't even be adults enough to all go to the same vigil. I won't be watching any of that shit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to actually not watch any of it because I think it's bullshit. Bullshit's the word of the day. None of them should be private. Nana for life. Summer's Day Warriors, past State Park, Shelter 1, 6 to 9 p.m. Everyone is welcome. See that? Everybody, yeah, go to the vigil. Don't go live. Go to the vigil if you care about summer. Go to the vigil and shut the fuck up. Don't even tell anybody you went to the vigil until after. Why does it have to be, hey, I'm going there and hey, and this and that? Why don't you just go there and do the right thing, take your footage, and then when you go home, show your footage? Have some class. Have some class. This is why we look stupid. This is why YouTubers look stupid when it comes to the Summer Wells case. Go to the vigil. Do the right thing and then go live later. Use your fucking footage later. But have some class. Valerie Gabriel. So you have a psychology degree now? Did I say that? I don't think psychology degree ever came out of my mouth, Valerie. But I have a YouTube platform and I'm sick and tired of being lumped in with these assholes who use missing children cases to make money and put false information and confuse people. I'm sick of it. That's not why I'm here. I am not here for that reason. Who's DV? You know what? The very few and far between that come in here and have something bad to say, let them talk. Because it just shows what they care about. And it's not summer. If you're in here worried about me, you're not worried about summer. That's for damn sure. And if you don't like it, there's other channels you can go watch. You can go watch the vigils, the separate vigils. That Summer's mom won't be at any of them. What a joke. She's a joke. She can go live on YouTube all the time, but she can't show up at a vigil for her daughter. She can't show up at a press conference with the TBI and stand next to Ronnie Lawson and say, I stand with you, Ronnie Lawson, in finding my daughter. What the hell is going on? And I'm sick of everybody saying they're doing this for Summer. They're doing this for Summer. And the people that are coming in here hating on me are either the ones that I talked about their videos today, or they just have, a burr up their ass because they're doing exactly what I'm talking about. And I've been holding this in since January. And that's when this case really got ugly, and it's been nasty ever since. And now we have a year gone, a whole year. We have spent a whole year on this platform talking about this. And then, boom, right at midnight, we get more propaganda thrown our way. It's time to stop the propaganda. It's time to focus on Summer and all the other missing children. And that is what I'm going to do here. And if you don't like it, you can find another channel to watch. But I'm not partaking in any of this bullshit anymore. And they don't like it because they've all come out of the woodwork and they've all made channels because of this case. People who never had channels before all of a sudden have channels going on and on and on, having panel after panel, up all night, sleep all day. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Dr. Phil didn't do shit, Brendan. It didn't do anything. All it did was cause more problems. And guess who set that up? Tim Mullen. Tim Mullen. Candace is called names because of Candace's behavior. Bar girl. Candace is that way and treated this way because of how she's behaved. Pranking, getting drunk, doing drugs, having her kids taken away by social services, having scums around her kids. That's why Candace is treated the way she is. And Bar Girl, I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying. Woe is Candace. Candace could have changed this whole thing. Candace and Don totally had the control to change this entire thing from the beginning. And then they want to sit back and act like victims. Oh, I thought YouTube would help. Do you really think it's healthy, you guys, to sit on YouTube day in and day out for a whole year, doing panel after panel, live after live, and just muddying the waters to the point where the TBI is coming out and saying, don't give us tips from YouTube? Horrible. And all the creators who used her, who used Candace for content, shame on you. Night after night. Drunk after drunk live. It's shameful. This is not healthy. And it's just not. And at the sanity of all the people that are watching. Summer got lost in the mix. It's gone on way too long. I wonder if Candace will at least put out a statement for her daughter. Speaking of the PIs, we asked them to come on. He respectfully declined to come on. Well, we need to care. We need to care about what Candace is saying because her daughter's missing. We all care more than she does, it seems like. That's a problem. Batgirl, I heard a good quote earlier today. No one can fail a child if the parents don't. Rose, I'm sure I look really great ranting. I'm just tired of it, you guys. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but man, enough is enough. She doesn't need to do anything publicly to satisfy people, but if she wants people to help her, she probably should make an announcement on the day that it's a year that people have worked tirelessly on trying to find her daughter. It's called common courtesy. So if the Wells manager had any kind of decency and cared about this little girl and the reputation of her family, she would be making a nice public statement, wouldn't she? This media manager has just drugged them into the ground, made them look even worse. What's punching down mean? I don't even know what that means. Punching down? Speak English. I don't know what that means. What's punching down mean? It's called the truth. It's called the truth. And if you don't like the truth, you are at the wrong channel. Because I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. Definitely not blowing smoke up your ass on this case because I've had enough. 365 days of bullshit is enough. And most definitely both parents of the missing child should make an announcement on the day that she went missing a year ago. If they can get a quote from Don in jail in the clinker, they certainly can get the mother to make a statement. I hope that all of the YouTubers that are there in Hawkins County will show the TBI that we're not a bunch of assholes. I hope they will show the TBI we're not a bunch of assholes. No, they don't want to hear the truth, Betty Joe. They just want to keep speculating. They want to keep speculating, bashing the parents. The same old shit ad nauseum. For 365 days. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm not going to beat this today. It's enough is enough. I just wanted to get my point across. I think I did. Like I said, I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to make Tim Mullen my friend. I'm just calling it like I see it. And I think that it needs to stop. The bullshit, the cryptic shit needs to stop. So I'm hoping for answers. I'm hoping that law enforcement, this is my hope. And I have a hope from one of my listeners too that I want to read before I get off here. My hope is that law enforcement stops getting all of these false tips. That law enforcement starts getting real life tips. Not, oh, so-and-so YouTuber said this or showed that or played this. None of that. Audio can be distorted. Facebook messages can be altered. Text messages can be altered. Don't believe everything you hear and see. Don't. And it may seem like law enforcement is deterring us from finding her, but they're not. They're not. Let's be smart. Let's be mindful for Summer. Summer deserves better than what she's gotten this past year. Let's all come together to be better for Summer Wells. You guys have a great day, and hopefully we can chat again later. And I appreciate you guys hearing me out through this. And I'm going to actually turn the comments off on this video because I'm just going to leave this here. I'm not looking to argue this with anybody. I'm not looking for this to be a debate. This is strictly my opinion and what I think about the last year of Summer Wells being missing. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Lip locked, my thoughts are with you. You did amazing last night, and I think your humor and everything through this has been great. And it was a pleasure watching you guys. But you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys real soon. Everybody take care, and justice for Summer Wells.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans